Hello my guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. So in this video, I'm going to be drawing my subscribers' PFPs. If you potentially want me to draw your PFP in the future, because I'll guarantee none of these people who I drew the PFPs for are probably watching. That's just how statistics work. But if you guys, my actual people who watch the videos, want your PFPs to be drawn at some point, maybe in the future I'll do a video where I draw my commenters' PFPs. So you might want to comment, so you might get featured in that video. And on with the video. So I'm gonna preface this by saying these weren't really randomly chosen. I just scroll through my subscribers list. Anyone who at least had their subscribers visible to me, and I just picked ones that I found interesting. So I think this person's YouTube name was just Ellie, because not like just Ellie, but it was Ellie, because that's all I wrote down for it. But it's a really cute PFP. It's this really cute ghost on a simple black background, but it really comes to life with like the lighting elements. It has like blue lighting on the left and like a pinkish lighting on the right. So I really want to take a crack at this in my own style. So I started out with giving the ghost a bit more shape rather than being, you know, a fairly boxy ghost. My guy's curving a bit, because that's just how I typically draw my ghosts. Also, part of this is to better fit the space, because PFPs are fairly, I was gonna say square, but they're circles, but you know, their dimensions are equal on either side, pretty much, while I'm doing a rectangle for your viewing pleasure. So I had to figure out how to take these PFPs and incorporate them into the rectangular shape better. And I put in that little like shadow beneath the ghost that shows that the ghost emanates light, and the original drawing's just so good. I love it. They added in a little ghost face, though the eyes are really uneven. I really didn't take much time with the ghost face, but it's still really cute and tiny, and I just want to squish the face even though it's a ghost and my hand would just pass right through it. Then I add in the pink light on the other side and a bit into the shadow. And I did a much more purpley pink, while in the original, I feel like it's more of an orangey pink, to better contrast the blue. So I do like their pink color much better than mine. Oh well. Then with the speech bubble, I also made it a bit, I tried to make it kind of interesting. I gave it some squiggly wigglies. Also, looking at now, I don't know if it's just my eyes playing tricks on me, but it looks like the speech bubble is pink, not white, and I don't think that was intentional. Whoops. Moving on. I really struggled with writing the word boo. My handwriting's really bad, I'm not gonna lie. And it's even worse, on like digital drawings and whatnot. But I didn't want to be like perfectly written text, and I wanted it to fit better within the speech bubble. So I tried like a lot of different fonts I could do, but not like selecting fonts. I tried to like do different styles of writing B's and, you know, see if I want to make perfect little O's or like have it be a bit more messy. I had this for a while and then moved on and drew some light orbs in the background, which I really think that made the drawing so much better. I love the little orbs. Oh my god, ghost orbs. Okay, anyway. So then I went back and tried to fix the text. So I started out with making it smaller, and I made the text a bit messy, and then I kind of transformed it to fit better. I think I liked it better before it was stretched, but at least now it fits in the text box better. Also, I had like part of the text, the speech bubble on like the wrong layer, so I had to go back and color that in. Still not like obsessed with the text, but oh well. In general, I think the original PFP was so much better, but I really had fun like trying to do this piece, and it's a really cute PFP. Then we move on to the next one. So this person is called the Real Hero from Subway, and their PFP is Ecstatic Hero from Amori. And he's holding a gun. They like just shoved someone holding a gun over that. And I'm not gonna lie, I really struggled here. The gun was fairly hard. I made a lot smaller than the original, but just I don't know how to draw a gun. Also, by the way, this is clearly a Nerf gun. You'll see at the end that I wrote Nerf on the gun, so it's clearly a toy gun. Right, YouTube? It's a toy gun, fake gun. I'm pretty sure you can show drawings and video game guns, but I'm gonna say it's a fake gun anyway, because you can never be too sure. I also really struggled with the face on this one. Like, you can't even see half of my attempts with the face because Ibis Paint doesn't save like recordings of you undoing stuff. But my god, did I struggle with this face. And I still hate how it looks at the end, but I think it might be too low, first of all. Like, if I imagine this as a complete head, right? It's like way below halfway on the face. And I already put my faces pretty low due to like hair and stuff. But it's just really low. And the mouth, oh my god. I mean, I had a bit of problems with the eyes and whatnot, making them symmetrical, but also not making them too perfect. But the mouth. So part of the problem I think comes from the pressure sensitivity, because the teeth would be really thin, but then like me actually outlining the mouth would be really thick. And it almost looks like it's trying to be lips, but just in general, it kept looking so bad. So I messed around for a while. I tried drawing like so many different types of mouths, all like smiling, and all of them looked so bad, and I couldn't do anything about it. Like, I kept trying, and every time it'd still be bad. So eventually, when it looked okay, like still pretty bad, but it was the best I was going to get, I just moved on. Then I colored it all in, which was pretty simple since it's mostly just white and blue. And then I added in the little background with all the different colors and the little dots of other colors. I'm great at describing things, by the way. Then I also add in some really brief shading. You can barely tell it's there because I could only put it on like the white parts and a bit on like the gun and hands. Also, by the time I got to like the shading, I was so done with this drawing already. So I didn't try to make it that good or apparent. It was just like, let's just slap a bit here and done. So yeah, I'm not really happy with this. It was still fun, kind of. Actually, not really. Like, in the end, it doesn't look that bad, but still, I'm not that satisfied with it. The original is much better, of course. Spoiler alert, none of these are going to be better than the originals. I like all y'all's PFPs better than the way I drew them, but I tried. Then for our final one, we have the PFP of user I am a mushroom. And wow, what do you know? Their PFP's a mushroom. So it's pretty much just a mushroom, but there are some like rocks in the background and there's some grass around. But the main focal point is the mushroom. So I got off to a really bad start with the outline of the mushroom because it was really wobbly. And I just didn't care for some reason. Then I roughly like drew in the rock, and you'll see later what I end up doing with it. But I just kind of sketched in some different jagged edges for now. And then I shoved a clipping mask over it all, added some color liner, and got to coloring. So coloring was pretty simple. I just put in base colors for everything, and now comes the real magic. So I started off with the grass, doing my fairly standard grass textures, except a bit more this time. Usually I'll do like 3 different grass colors, and here I'm doing a bunch. The grass was really vibrant in the original photo, so I really wanted to try and capture that and capture all the different shades. Also, for once, since I had to make the grass much thicker, since this photo is fairly zoomed in, the grass doesn't look too long and it looks like an actual adequate length. But I just did a ton of different layers with grass. I'd go through with one color and then add another color on top and repeat that. Then I stopped and added some like white spots on top of the mushroom. But then I added in even more grass layers because like around the mushroom you could see this gap where I didn't add grass in because I did all the coloring on the same layer, so I couldn't add grass over the coloring of green in the background but underneath the colors of the mushroom. So I just had to carefully avoid the mushroom. And honestly, I really like the grass, besides maybe like that top left corner, I think. Actually, the more I look at this, the more I'm just hating the grass texture. So we're gonna move on. I had a couple more spots that were overlapping the outline of the mushroom, and then I just went on to shading the mushroom. And I feel like the shading really helped this mushroom because that bright shine really made it pop out. And then I moved on to the rock. And so I kind of used the outline as like a reference point and added in like just random spots of lighter and darker shading. Me actually thinking about, light sources and how shadows would be cast? No, never. I'm just going to add in random dark and light spots. But it actually looks fairly convincing if you don't think about it too much. Though you can see the outline of the rock in some places, and pretty much everywhere the outline is lighter than most of the shading that was done. So it looks a little off, and I wish I'd gone back and fixed it and made the outline darker or even just removed it, but oh well. I didn't do it. Then I add in some more shadows based on where the reference image had shadows, like coming out of the right of the mushroom and to the left of the top of the rock. And it was pretty much done. And I actually really like the drawing of this. There were a lot of problems and things that like I didn't put in a ton of effort into where I could have put in more effort. But I still had a lot of fun with it, and I don't think the outcome was horrible. The original is still better as a PFP, of course, but I still had fun with this. Anyway, thanks for watching, and if you did like, please make sure to like and subscribe. Also, comment down below which one of these was your favorite, and make sure while you're down there to go into the description and follow all my social medias. And I will see you all in the next video.